Hi guys, I'm Recolors, and this is a video about my Sims 2 aesthetics. So all the stuff I use to make my game look the way it looks. Default replacements, lighting, etc. You can find a lot of this stuff on my Pinterest, that is always linked in the description, but it's not that easy to keep track of all of my mods, and maybe it's a good idea to actually make a video about it. You know, to point out that this game doesn't look like that naturally, and maybe give you some stuff that you'd like to use. Let's start with replacements. I've been using the same eyes and skin for at least 8 years. Sometimes I find something that looks cool on pictures, like something new that was made, put it in my game and then immediately switch back, because there's nothing I like more than this skin replacement and this eye replacement. Those eyes are perfectly Maxis match, but also realistic in colors at the same time. Definitely more realistic than the original eye colors, and also pretty vibrant in shade. For the skin replacement, I don't like anything that is either too matte or too shiny, so the skin that I use is perfectly in between. It only changes the face of the sim, doesn't do anything to the body. It's more a face mask than a skin replacement, really. I don't like it when replacements change the Maxis colors of skins, like make skin 1 super pale and stuff. I like them the way they are, I just need more definition on the face and for the nose to be less Peppa Pig. Oh, I don't have any replacements for vampires, plant sims, or the mannequin skin. I wanted to find something for plant sims. I tried a few things, but it was never good for me. It was very far away from the human replacements that I use. So I just stick to Maxis. I've replaced a few hairstyles and clothing of my own choice. I usually just replace stuff that I feel could look better. I especially don't like the sandals in the t-shirt jeans sets, so I've had them replaced like forever. As for hairstyles, I especially need to have the high ponytail replaced because the forehead in the Maxis one is just too much. I like that replacements for it differ based on the hair tie color, so you can make it 5 different ponytail hairstyles. I always try to replace Maxis stuff with items that are very similar but just better. I don't like to completely change them. If it's a ponytail, it's supposed to still be a ponytail, just prettier. You know what I mean? And baby pajamas. I have them separated for boys and girls, and they are actually from 2 different sets. So let's talk about lighting and environment. I use the Dread Pirates Maxis Match Lighting mod, but in its older version. I have it on my Mediafire, but only because a viewer of mine once asked me to send it to her when the new version came out. And then I had absolutely no memory of that, and it took me way too long to figure out why my game looked so weird when I installed everything once again on my new PC. So the link to the old version will be in the description, and sorry that the folders are named in shortcuts, but I literally took the files out from my own game. It took a while, so I didn't feel like giving them full names. But this is the lighting that I can't live without anymore. I am so glad that I actually had it on Mediafire, that I actually sent it to someone once, because it's nowhere to be found in the old version. I got so used to it that the Maxis lighting is not it for me anymore, even though it's quite okay in general. The Radiance lighting is way too dark for me, but also there's a new one that is somewhere in between Dread Pirates and Radiance, so maybe you'd like to check that out. Also, the custom lighting is the reason for Dusk and Dawn happening at 6 PM and 6 AM. Even when I play technically without any mods except like Shadow Fix because I want to test something in the clear game, you can still see that the lighting is custom because that's installed in a completely different way. That's not really a mod. For the neighborhood camera, I use the Easy Decorate one from Mod The Sims. It lets you zoom in and out more extremely so you can see the entire map, including hidden lots like the one in Belladonna Cove. I do have skyboxes, but I sometimes forget about them, so they're not always there. And sometimes I launch a neighborhood with no mods in the folder because I forget, and then the skybox disappears and I play like that for like months because I don't remember about it. But I do have them. And the Skyfix mod by Nopki. I really recommend that. And I don't really have any replacements for trees or terrains or anything like that. I don't really need it. And as for custom content in general, I am definitely a Maxis Match gal, but I am not extremely consistent, as you might have noticed. My absolute favorite CC is the one that you can't tell apart from the actual Maxis, from the actual game. So stuff like the repository project or Fancy Lamb's hair, but there isn't that much of it out there, so I decided to also go for conversions from The Sims 4, both for clothes and hair. I know a lot of people think it doesn't match The Sims 2 graphics, or that you should just stick to these conversions for all of your CC and make The Sims 2 like all in The Sims 4 aesthetics, but I don't really care that much. I also have just a few retextured Sims 3 conversions. The only Maxis Match hairstyle type that I usually avoid is the one that has those little pieces of hair sticking out. I won't even get a TS4 conversion that has them. I just think it looks tacky with The Sims 2 graphics, and you can kinda see that it was retextured from alpha hair, and you can probably tell I don't really like alpha CC. But to be fair, I used to like it. You can see it in my very old videos. Also, recolors, new swatches, are a very important part of my furniture custom content. I don't like to have a lot of stuff to choose from because it gets overwhelming, even if I take advantage of collections quite a lot. So I'd rather get recolors for a piece that already exists than get another piece that will take an extra spot on the list. Also, it's so much easier to match furniture with recolors. The queen of recolors is of course Michelle on Mod The Sims. I do have some CC objects, but it's definitely not as many as people usually have. And a lot of them are different versions of objects from the game, like the one-tile desks, or furniture that is additions to the one that already exists, like the IKEA extensions and stuff like that. I don't have any genetic CC anymore, no custom skin tones or eye colors. I also don't feel like replacing the interface. I think the Hyacinth Blurple is just right, and also kind of the signature color of this channel these days, so why would I change it? Also, it's a really beautiful color. I only have some mods to make the needs font bigger and some windows bigger, like the change appearance window, just for more comfort. That's it. To not have the interface in CAS cover your sim, all you need is the 300 extra mod that makes more columns and moves them a bit to the right. It fits perfectly in a 1080p resolution that most people have, but it also has a few different flavors. So that is all I have for this video. If there's anything else you'd like to know, I do respond to comments and messages. If you're wondering, my downloads folder is about 3.5 gigabytes, so it's tiny. And not very organized. Some of you guys noticed that I have stuff that's missing textures or meshes. I'm too lazy to look for it and clean it up. I do it sometimes, I'll do it eventually, when I feel like it. And I'm gonna go now because I'm actually sick for the first time in like 4 years and my throat has had it. Thank you very much for watching, stuff like the video, and see you in the next one. Bye!